we're going to start recording for this, I would say almost the last day of November, is it? Because it's November the 30th, no, the 31st, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this the
Yeah,
last one.
the last one, right? And then, dun, 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 the music, the drill, and everyone getting crazy about. Hopefully, this year is going to be different, right? I mean, people still have this embedded that we need to buy things. Hopefully, this is going to be a different Christmas. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Same thing, same old story.
Yeah, probably because the 10% is.
You get a point there.
So, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, not only the people are waiting for that, but the businesses, right? Please, before Christmas, 10%. Yeah. Alejandra, how are you? Is your microphone working? I remember we had a student called Alejandro Gonzalez. So hopefully you're not related, because it would be tough to have a brother called exactly like you, right? So Alejandra, your microphone's not working? What's the yellow clock for absent? Like went out for a while?
She typed through the chat.
Thank you. It gets very late here. Okay, so microphone's not working. Sorry about that. Sad face. I really like this possibility to communicate with other people just using images. That's really, really cool. You remember, I'm old school. Catalina, are you there? I mean, there and with a working microphone. That's what I mean.
No, Professor, yes.
Okay, so Catalina, that's one of my dogs. Catalina, a very short game. Would you like to participate?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to list a couple of words, and I want you to tell us the first word that comes to your mind. This is an association game, okay? And then you have to say whatever comes to your mind. Nothing is wrong, okay?
Okay.
Because it's all right. So
I'll try.
okay, excellent. So the first word is easy. Don't have to
Mm,
think about a lot. Just say whatever comes to your mind.
game.
Okay. Difficult.
Mm,
First thing, don't think. You're thinking too much.
ah. Hello, cook.
Okay. Sweet.
Pie.
Danger.
Song.
Flower.
Wind.
Cooking.
Mm, pasta.
Cats.
Allergic.
Salt.
Mm, water.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Catalina. Very, very well. It's difficult to
Okay.
think, right? You have to,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Um, Margarina Vargas, would you like to participate in this very short game of association?
No.
All right. Anyone would like to participate? So the idea with this game is that you associate one word with another concept. This is done as a game, but also could be done by professionals like psychologists, right? You can adapt this game to high school, or you can use it in elementary, but depending on the type of words you're using, and they have to do with uh, giving them vocabulary or words that they could find in their lexicon, right? For example, if you use it in elementary, probably you would have to stay with something like fruits or colors, right? Or numbers, like favorite number, favorite color, favorite fruit. Okay, so that's something that you may consider. Just you can use it to test vocabulary, but you can also use it to activate knowledge, right? Um, the lesson for today has to do with tone, tonality, and tonicity, basically a practical exercise. First of all, the idea is to remember, right? Or as a reminder, um, first you have to, when you analyze this when you analyze intonation, right, and you analyze it through these three systems that are integrated into one system, which is intonation, uh, and we talk about the three T's, they all operate together, right, like an ensemble. They're all connected. The idea is always start with dividing the intonational phrases, because intonational phrases have a type of intonation, right? Rising, falling, etc., etc., which is thought of being general. For example, what type of intonation does a WH question have? For example, what do you do? It's in the chat box. What type of intonation do you think that WH question has?
Falling intonation.
Great, fall intonation. What about this one? Um Sorry, I'm a lousy typer. Okay, here you go. What type of intonation can you or would you use here? So the second one is a yes or no question. What type of intonation do you think it's something that another speaker or a listener would expect? What do you think?
Rising intonation, sorry.
Perfect. Right intonation is what you would expect, right? What about the third one?
The third one is your house is green, isn't it?
Yes. In the
Rising intonation.
right. Well, if you pay attention, there are two intonational phrases, right? First one, your house is green. Second one, isn't it? So the first intonational phrase would have what type of intonation? What do you think?
A falling intonation?
Exactly, full intonation
And then,
because it's yes. And
oh,
then
and then the question tag have the rising intonation.
exactly, the first intonational phrase would have a full intonation as it is a statement, and the second one usually would have most of the times right would have a rising intonation. Now, your house is green, isn't it? I'm requesting the other speaker to confirm, right? Your house is green, isn't it? I'm basically expressing that I'm pretty sure, so I don't think I would need a confirmation. Your house is green, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. There's also a different type of emotion here. And in this sense, I want you to consider full rise intonation and also, sorry, rise fall intonation and also full rise intonation as part of the different intonations possible. Not only a level or flat intonation or neutral intonation in which the speaker is showing like he or she doesn't care, a rise intonation or a fall intonation, but also pay attention to these other intonations, the rise fall and fall rise, because in general the rise fall would show some sort of excitement from the speaker, right? And the fall rise in general hesitation. Some phoneticians consider even almost 8 types of intonation. We're not going to go that far, okay? So after you divide the intonation phrases, there's this concept of tonicity, in which one element, specifically one syllable, is the most prominent one, right? And in this case, we're going to take a look at an example and some practice, because I think practice is what we need. Tone is connected with, well, after you identify the TS or tonic syllable, the TSO tonic syllable, you need to think about what tone does that tonic syllable have, right? Which are the main ones here. So intonation is connected with tonality, with the whole statement, intonation, and tone is connected with tonicity, with specifically the tonic syllable. In the case of the sentence, she wanted to face the problems on Tuesday. She wanted to face the problems on Tuesday. We have that in this utterance or intonational phrase, Tuesday would be the last content word. In general, the last content word in an intonational phrase would contain the tonic syllable. Okay, so in this case, Tuesday would be the tonic syllable. Remember, we're talking about the tonic syllable and we're not talking the whole word. So Tues would be the tonic syllable, and the other syllable, day, would be considered the tail. In the head is everything from the first stressed element. Most of the times it's going to be either a verb, an adverb, an adjective, or a noun. In this case, we have a verb, right? Wanted to face the problems on would be the head, and the pre-head is the element that is unstressed right here. In this case, only she. That would be the pre-head, right? So in the following examples, I'm going to invite you to pay attention to the first one. I'm going to ask Carla Trujillo if you have a working microphone to read it aloud, and then we can, all of us, analyze it. So, Carla, thank you.
She wanted to come on Thursday, didn't she?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, the second one?
Let's take a look at the first one first. All right. So, what do we have in the first one? This is an open question, right, for everyone.
That she will be the pre-head. Pre-head.
Yes.
Then wanted to come on. No, wanted to come on Thursday. The head.
Okay.
And didn't will be the tonic. The D. Or is it incorrect?
I mean, it's partially correct, and there are some elements that we can discuss. First of all, remember the vertical line shows the beginning of an international phrase, and the other one shows the end, right? So in this one, we have one and two international phrases. Didn't she would be another one, right? So we need to focus only on one at a time. In this case, the first one, as you mentioned, right, correctly, wanted to come on, but before Thursday, because Thursday is the focus word here. She wanted to come on Thursday. Thursday, the first syllable of Thursday, right, contains the tonic syllable. So up to here, and from here, as you describe, right, we're talking about the head. From the first stressed element, wanted, up to right before the tonic syllable, which is shown here, underline. And the other section, which is unstressed, would be considered the tail. And of course, before wanted, we're talking about the pre-head, as is an element that is before the first stressed element in the international phrase. So this is the in number one, this is the first international phrase or tone unit, right? And then we have another international phrase. Didn't she? What can we say about this? Didn't she?
Maybe didn't is the tonic syllable because it's another sentence.
Exactly. It's an attack question. This is another utterance, right? Another international phrase. And didn't she? And what do we think about this? What can we say about this?
That is the pre-head, I think, or maybe the. No, I don't know.
That's right. If it comes after the tonic syllable, it's always going to be the tail. So imagine we have the tonic syllable. Whatever that comes after the tonic syllable is going to be called the tail. And whatever that comes before, it's going to be called the head. And whatever that comes before the head is going to be called the pre-head. All of them, this is optional, this is optional, this is optional, this is obligatory. In every utterance, in every international phrase, there's always a tonic syllable. There's always one prominent syllable, right? In the tag question, didn't she? Didn't she? The most prominent element is didn't, right? So that would be the tonic syllable, and it's one syllable. Didn't she? And the element that comes after is she, so that should be considered the tail. Okay, that's basically the idea. Let's take a look at the exercise number 2. Would Darwin Quesada, would you like to read aloud this exercise, and then we take a look at it as a group? Darwin?
Yes. Sorry, what?
Thank you.
Which one?
Number 2, please.
Okay. He felt uneasy, but the others were enjoying themselves.
Thank you so much. So what can we say about number 2? He felt uneasy, but the others were enjoying themselves. He felt uneasy, but the others were enjoying themselves.
We have 2 utterances.
Exactly, we have 2 utterances.
Yeah.
So
First one is he felt uneasy. And the second, the rest, but the others were enjoying themselves.
That's right. So if we focus on the first one, He felt uneasy. What can we say about this utterance? When we say he felt uneasy, he felt uneasy. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yep. He is going to be the head.
Okay.
Felt and is going to be the no, I'm wrong. He, the pre-head.
Okay.
Felt on the head.
Mm-hmm.
E, E, yeah, the tonic syllable, and Z, the tail.
Great. Exactly. Just like that. He felt uneasy. Uneasy, easy, it's a tonic syllable. But only that syllable. The other one is not stressed, so the other one becomes the tail. Exactly. And the first element, let me change this to the marker. And the first element that is stressed in this utterance is felt, the verb. Felt uneasy. So from felt, as you can see here, there's this sort of primary stress. Felt up to un, we're considering this as the head of this international phrase. Before this stress element, we have he. A pronoun is not stressed in general, right? So that's a pre-head. Very well, Catherine. What can we say about the second utterance? But the others were enjoying themselves. You're all invited to take a shot. So, but the others were enjoying themselves. But the others were enjoying themselves. This is not themselves, but themselves, right? This is the last item which is stressed in this utterance. So in this case, themselves would be the selves would be the tonic syllable. So everything that comes before can be called the head. Everything starting from them, right, up to say enjoying, where up to others, because here we have the first stressed element, right? Others. So from others, you consider the head. And before we have this unstressed element, but the but and the are never stressed, unless we're unless the speaker really wants to stress those elements. But in general, as they are function words, they are never stressed. So we're talking about these two elements as part of the pre-head. From others up to them, the head, and selves would be the tonic syllable. There's no tail in this specific international phrase. All right. I don't know if it's if this is clear. In terms of tone, the first one, she wanted to come on Thursday. She wanted to come on Thursday. That's in the statement. So we should use as Daniel said a fallen intonation, right? And didn't she? Didn't she? As Catherine mentioned, that question in general would have a rising intonation. He felt uneasy, understatement, falling, but the others were enjoying themselves. In general, you would use a fallen intonation as well. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to skip this, and I'm going to invite you to take a look at this. I can play the video for you, but I don't know if my internet connection is going to be making the work. So first, I want to copy and paste the link for the video in the chat box. I already did, okay? what I want to do is I want to share the video and see if you can listen to the video. Um, I'm going to include the sound here. Okay, let's see if I can include the. Let me know if you can listen to this, please, and also watch it, of course.
My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Excellent.
Can you share the paragraph, please?
Right on. Right on.
Through the chat box.
Yes, I'll do that immediately. All right, so that's the paragraph, and I'll also copied and pasted the PowerPoint slide. So the idea is that we'll read this paragraph and we'll listen to the paragraph as well. The punctuation, as you can read in the instruction, has been purposely omitted. So we have periods, we have commas that were deleted for educational purposes, right? So here you go with the video from the very beginning. Hopefully you're ready.
My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin. I aspire to someday be a doctor, and my favorite subject is calculus. My mom and dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers, but they make up for it by serving my favorite meal every single day: rice. And I'm a really bad driver. So my question for you now is, how long did it take you to figure out I was joking? My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin. I aspire to someday be a doctor, and my favorite subject is calculus. My mom and dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers, but they make up for it by serving my favorite meal every single day: rice. And I'm a really bad driver. So my question for you now is, how long did it take you to figure out I was joking? My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin. I aspire to someday be a doctor. Dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers, but they make up for it by serving my favorite meal every single day: rice. And I'm a really bad driver. So my question for you now is, how long did it take you to figure out I was joking?
So my question for you is, would you like to listen to or watch the again?
No, I think so. I think it's enough.
Alrighty. So I'm going to go back to the slide so we can share the options. I think you are seeing a PowerPoint slide that says tonality, read this paragraph, segment the utterances into IPs. Yes, okay. So guide me, please, through the process of segmenting this speech into tone units or international phrases or thought groups, as some people call it as well. So I would place the first, gosh, I would place the first vertical bar right at the beginning. But could you help me out with the process of the other ones? I'm going to silence my microphone, so I'm going to listen to you, and you're going to guide me through the process of dividing the international phrases, please. Whatever you want.
I would say that between and both, I play both, that sentence, before piano, the piano. And I started from after the name. Yeah. And then I think that between the piano and ended in violin.
I think that after the word doctor, there is another IP. And after calculus. Calculus?
Yes, calculus, yes.
After parents.
After sleepovers. And I think after violin and after calculus, there is two double bar. Sorry.
Specifically, between.
Yeah, no, after violin in the first line. There, and in the second line, after calculus. Yep.
All right, thank you. Is that all?
No.
Then I would say that after for it, in the fourth sentence, and then right.
Then after
After
And
driver, there
yep.
is another.
And I think that is double bar.
Yes, I agree with you.
And after is, for you is one bar. And at the end, obviously.
Alrighty, are we done with segmenting, or do you think there's something also extra that was left out? This is basically, the tonality exercise, and there's no more to it. All right, so after segmenting the IPs or tone units, we should identify which is, let's go with tonicity, right? Identify the tonic syllable in each one of these international phrases. What do you think? So I'm going to play again the video, this time for you to identify uh, the tonic syllable in each one of the utterances.
Teacher, we can't hear now.
Teacher, we can't hear the video.
Yes.
Really sorry about that. You cannot hear the video. Gosh. What about now? How about now? Sorry.
Yes.
I
No,
think,
yes.
yeah.
Canwin.
Okay. Here we go from the beginning.
My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin. I aspire to someday be a doctor, and my favorite subject is calculus. My mom and dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers, but they make up for it by serving my favorite meal every single day: rice. And I'm a really bad driver. So, my question for you now is, how long did it take you to figure out I was joking?
Once more, or you already have, or you need to identify the tonic syllable.
Once more will be fine.
All right.
My name is Canwin, and I play both the piano and the violin. I aspire to someday be a doctor, and my favorite subject is calculus. My mom and dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers, but they make up for it by serving my favorite meal every single day: rice. And I'm a really bad driver. So, my question for you now is, how long did it take you to figure out I was joking?
All right. So I think I'm still sharing the website. I'm not sure. Let me go back to the presentation. Okay, so which do you think is the tonic syllable for the first utterance? My name is Canwin.
Oh, sorry. I
That's
think
right.
it's Cam. The name of
Okay, go on. I'm going to silence my microphone and guide me through the process, please.
The word both. A violin.
Which syllable?
Uh, I'm not sure if it was the violin or the violin. I don't know if someone can help me with that.
Shall we consider the first one, like violin and not violin, for instance?
I don't know. I thought that you were asking about the determiner, the.
I was considering that has more than one syllable, so we need to define which one is the one considered to be the tonic syllable.
The first one, yeah, violin.
Alrighty, alrighty. So what's next?
I think that the uh, piano is also a highlighted word. The first, yeah, the first syllable. Uh, and I guess that I forget to mention that after the name, she say I, and I think that I is important. Yeah, right there. And then the same after violin, I.
Right. So we decide that the second utterance should be and I play both, and I play both, and I play both, and we consider the tonic syllable of this international phrase both. That's sort of the tonic syllable. Then if we consider that I, it's stressed word here, we should consider the head from this utterance from I up to play, and before and we should consider the pre-head.
Okay,
That's
so I get confused because I was watching the word tonality in the presentation.
uh-huh.
So in that case, it's only both in the second sentence. Then it's only violin, and then doctor.
Right. What else do you think we should consider in order to identify tonicity in these utterances? You know, we have then my favorite subject is calculus. My mom and dad are tiger parents who won't let me go to sleepovers. You know, the rest of the speech. What do you think is the tonic syllable for each one of them?
Uh, After doctor is calculus, then parents, then sleepovers. And the next one, I'm not really sure is uh, for it or I don't know if for it or eat, but I guess it's something like for it because it makes more sense. And then a single day, but I don't remember if it was single or day the word that was. And then uh, bad, bad driver, and bad driver only bad. So now is, and this next one is only is. Joking. It could be the last one.
All right, very well done. Very, very well done. Now, in order to be more specific, remember that in the case of the underlying words in each one of the term units, is the most prominent word, right? The word that is the focus of the sentence or the focus of the utterance, the word that is most prominent. Now, in each one of these words, there's one syllable that is the tonic syllable, the most prominent syllable in each one of these words. So, for example, in doctor, doctor, right, is the first syllable. In the next case, calculus, calculus, right, is the first syllable. What's the implication of in the analysis? This one is a tonic syllable, and the rest becomes the tail. Okay. Parents, 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 and the rest again the tail. In the case of sleepovers, which do you think is a tonic syllable? Is it sleepovers or sleepovers?
Sleep.
Alrighty, what about the next IP?
I will go for four, only four. Let's say, and then eat. It will be the tail.
Yes, I agree.
That is interesting, right? This is very interesting because whenever you think about international phrase and you think about the most prominent word, in general, is a content word. So, as I mentioned before, a noun, an adjective, a verb, or an adverb. And that is the one word that has the tonic syllable. In the case of for it, we have a preposition and we have a pronoun. And the closest to the elements that I was telling you about is the verb make up. So instead of, but they make up for it, but they make up for it, but they make up for it, but they make up for it. Okay, according to the analysis that we're doing now, we are selecting for as the tonic syllable. In the next international phrase, we have single day, but we need to select which one, which syllable.
I would say that it could be day because after that there's a pause and a falling intonation.
Yeah, I think so. And also, I think she makes a pause. The speaker makes a pause before rise. What do you think?
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Yeah. Sorry. And there we go. Sorry. Okay, sorry. It's 9:36. I don't know. Wasn't keeping track of the time. Um, 9:33. Yes. So it's time for us to finish the session. What the idea with this exercise is that you could finish it before for next class. Um, this is suggested tonality, right? Name is Kenwin, and I play both the piano and the violin because there seems to be a small pause before, or sorry, after a piano, right? And as we mentioned, there seems to be a pause before rise. Okay. Uh, the idea is if you could identify the tonicity, specifically the tonic syllable. If you want, you can identify the pre-head, head, and tail. So we can compare your answers with, I have them right here, suggested, right, the key answer, sorry, answer key. And then after that, the idea is you could identify the tone. Okay, I have also suggested answer key right here. And then we can compare your answers with the suggested, and then we can probably reach an agreement specifically about tone, which is the last item in this analysis. Okay, I think I'm going to copy and paste the link for those of you who may be absent today. Okay, and I'm going to send a message saying what you have to do for the analysis. So the next class we can go start. We can start immediately with the analysis, and then hopefully the practice will improve your understanding about these specific features of intonation. Right? Um, Sorry, I have to go to a meeting now. I beg your pardon for all the pauses, but there was a lot of noise, background noise in my house today. Many people walking by like it was street today was very unusual. So I'll see you on well next session, which I think is